So you've been dreaming about a beach home on Pensacola Beach, maybe owning a vacation rental, a second home here, being close to one of the actual top rated beach here in Florida in 2025. So today what I wanted to do is do a driving tour of Pensacola Beach. So we're gonna run out here and go check this place out. So I'm one of the biggest fans of Pensacola Beach. I don't think anyone loves it more than I do. Anytime I get to go out here, as I'm driving this way, I could see the Pensacola Beach sign on the left. My heart starts pumping. I'm like, let's get out here. I can't wait to have a beach day. Unfortunately, today is a little cold. We're right here towards the end of February. And actually the world is kind of getting a whole snowstorm going on right now. So it's cold here, but still cold is relative. I think we're getting up to about 45 or 50 degrees today. So I got my jacket. I'm warm, I'm ready to go, but you start driving out this way, you start seeing the sound over here on the right, and man, I just love everything about Pensacola Beach. So I'm hoping today's driving tour will be helpful. I'm actually dividing this up into 3 different videos because Pensacola is pretty long and stretched out. So I want to give you some different options of that. So today's video will be the first part of Pensacola Beach out towards Fort Pickens. The next one will be Fort Pickens, and then at the end we'll go east on Pensacola Beach so that you can see the whole breakdown of this area. So that's a good reason to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you don't miss this whole tour of this island. If you are coming out here for vacation, hopefully this will give you a good idea of what it's like to be here and what the roads look like, where you need to go, all of that type of thing. So as of right now, we are crossing over this bridge, this short little quarter-mile bridge to Pensacola Beach. This off season, I will say, usually this is when they are doing updates on the roads, so you can see a lot of traffic cones, and they're condensing this down to 1 lane. So by summertime, even spring break, hopefully this will all be open and free flowing, so you can come out here pretty quick. So first restaurant you have over here on the left is the Grand Marlin. It has a North Drop bar up on the top floor, but the Grand Marlin is excellent food. You'll love it. If you have an anniversary, a birthday to celebrate, go check that place out. It's really, really nice. This is a toll booth that they're actually getting ready to remove to make this a little faster. But even if it's like this, when you get here, you just drive through, it scans your plate so you can go right in. It'll send you a bill later. So this is one of my favorite places to go for the kids right over here on the left. They got parasailing if you want to check that out. They've got Lagunas, which has a great LED screen for football games, a great bar inside, but obviously you can see the play park outdoor area. Today the flags are yellow flying here because it's been windy the past couple days, blowing from the north, so it's bringing all that cold weather in. But we're here on the main strip. This takes us right into the one street light here in Pensacola. And so over here on the left, you've got this tiny beach area that's on the sound, so it has white sand. Typically that water is really calm. So if you love to paddleboard, if you have young kids, it's a great place for them to go. There's a couple pavilions so they can set up. You can still do a beach day here, a little play park. Right here's where we're getting into the restaurants. You got Shaggy's on the right, the Sandbar on the right as well. You've got Bounce Beach Bar, which is over here on the left. And I think I'm gonna turn in here just because there's so much going on to this spot. So this is the Boardwalk. You can actually go up there, enjoy hanging out on, it's a whole deck out here. So you've got Bounce Beach, which is new over on the left, Hooters, Papa's Pizza. They've got some great pizza if you want some of that. Bamboo Willie's, Kilowins, which is, you probably have heard of them, great ice cream. But you can come into here. So right now, obviously, with it being morning time, being a little bit cold, you can tell there's nobody here, but typically this parking lot is slammed. So be ready for that. You've got Ron John. Senior Frogs is a newer restaurant to this area. They do have great fajitas, but man, it's a loud environment. So if you want like conga lines and loud music and karaoke, that's gonna be the place for you. Over across the way, you can see some condos. You've got the Pensacola Beach Ball, super popular spot. I'll run over there in just a second. Alvin's Island is a great little surf shop here. The Wharf coming up here to the left is a newer restaurant for here as well. It has some of the best views. They've got these fire pits out there. They've got the little hideaway beach bar right back there, kind of that tiki hut type of look. And One of my favorite restaurants we're coming up on right now. Be ready for long lines and hard to get in for parking. But Flounder's Chowder House is right here. It's a local spot. You can't find this anywhere else. Great food, big portions if you're into that. And they have some excellent food right there. So I'm gonna swing back around here to the one stoplight. And pardon my driving skills, my wife makes fun of me, but I am going through the parking lot right now. But we're gonna go back over here to this stoplight, the one that we have, and we're gonna just drive into the main parking just so you can kind of see what that's like. So if you are entering from the right like we just did, you're gonna stay straight, you're gonna go through this light, and then you're gonna take your first right. I'll show you what that looks like, just so when you get here, you know where to go. So for our third day tour, we're actually gonna go out, keep going this direction, but for today I'm going to swing back in here. I'm going to show you kind of what this area is like. So right here you have UFOs, a putt-putt place. It's really fun for the kids. You've got sidelines. They've got great wings. They have a wing night on Thursday night. I believe it's 50-cent wings. So that's pretty good. If you like bar food, they have all of the football games on if you're here during football season. Crabs is a great spot. I know it looks really industrial and really big, but they've got great sushi. They've got some amazing I think they're firecracker crab balls, I think is like an appetizer that cheesy. They've got crab meat in them, delicious. You've got the Dock, which is a walkable bar right here from the beach. So if you're coming to this area for a beach day, be ready for a lot of people. This is kind of the hub where you have lifeguards, you've got restrooms, you've got a lot of people. So if you like that type of environment and you want to walk to lunch, you don't want to worry about a cooler and maybe a tent, you can do that here. They've got sand volleyball. They've got public restrooms right over here. And I'm just gonna drive up here and show you this last little bit. All right, so this is kind of the last restaurant that they have here. This is walkable from Pensacola Beach, but they've got the Casino Beach Bar and Grill. Up top, they've got the Drift, which is amazing. If you go before 6, they have some great happy hour. Locals love this spot. Bear Fruit Bowls, if you like acai bowls. The pier is right here to my left. So you can actually go out on the pier here at Pensacola Beach, walk out to the end, you can see people fishing. We always see some sort of sea life, from big turtles to sharks to dolphins to fish. You see kind of everything out there. So you can walk out there. I want to say it's under $2 a person. I think it's $1.50. And if you want to fish, you can actually fish out there without a license as long as you pay for it there at the front. And I think that may even be like $14 if you want to rent a pole and go fishing and have your license covered. So pretty cool spot to check out if you want to give that a shot. But we're going to go out here and go left. This is going out towards Fort Pickens, and we're going west, just so you know which direction we're going. So we have the Sound on the right, and we've got the Gulf on the left. And actually, when I say the Sound, this is the Little Sabine, which is surrounded by houses and kind of that road that we took into this island. And I'm going to take you out on that road because there's some really cool houses. So if you're into real estate, you love maybe one day owning a beautiful property that feels like a great neighborhood, it's probably one of my favorite ones here. So we're gonna drive down there and check it out. All right, so here on the right, you have the Sabine Yacht Club. This is a great spot. They will have rentals, more of that condo feel to it, but they have some great amenities like a swimming pool, tennis court. Yeah, over here on the left, you have a hotel. You have more of this townhouse vibe over here on the right. And so a lot of these are used as short-term rentals. So occasionally people live in these, but most of the time they are used as vacation rentals for people to be able to maximize that. The treehouse homes right there. You've got more condos on the left. I actually like these condos quite a bit at the White Sands. So those are really nice. Occasionally these are for sale out here. In the condos, probably 700,000 plus. The townhouses are, you know, six plus as well, 600,000 plus. But as you're right on the water of the Gulf, or even here on the Sound, your price point almost doubles. So be ready for that, because you can get some really amazing houses with water views, but you will be in the millions, but $1 million views. So is it worth it? I think so. There's a couple spots just so you can see how Pensacola is laid out where you could just pull right in here to the sand, multiple paths that you can take right out here. and walk out there to the Gulf. So if you're staying in any of these condos and you have a little wagon, you could just go right across the road and hop over onto the beach, have a beach day. But that's the great thing about Pensacola Beach is you can just go anywhere that you want here. Nothing's restricted. No hotels own their plot of land. So that's an amazing thing about here. So I turned on this road called the Sabine, one of my favorite roads here. If you are interested in moving, this is a really great spot because as you drive through here, it just goes in a complete circle. So you'll see a ton of people around here. Maybe not today because it's cold, but walking, they're enjoying. There's a nice little loop that you can just loop around here. All of these houses coming up are on the water. You will be in the $2 million price point for these homes, but man, it is a great vibe right there. And so you've got no houses in the Florida nature here on the right, and then on the left you have these big houses overlooking the water. They're overlooking the sound, looking back towards Gulf Breeze. All right, so here we'll take a right and just kind of circle this neighborhood. I'll probably speed up the video occasionally as I'm driving. If it's something you really want to see the homes, you can always slow it down a bit, but I'll speed up. We'll go back to that main road. Okay, so we're getting back to this main road. That's probably my favorite neighborhood in the area. If I had the budget for it, that's probably where I would be. So I'm not quite there yet. But here, you've got some condos over here on the right, the Santa Rosa Dunes. Maybe these are places you're checking out that have Airbnbs at them. The Santa Rosa Towers. You've got the Emerald Dolphin. I've seen some really great homes right there because there's no properties in front of those. If you get high enough on the floors, you have amazing water views. Over here on the left, you got the Seahorse, a little bit older of a complex. They have this small little convenience store. If you're down here and need to get gas, heads up, there's only one gas station. So I would try to get that before you get here. And also they increase prices quite a bit because, you know, they're trying to maximize their funds. But here again, parking on the left, where you can just come here to the beach, pull in here, walk over. You're right there on the Gulf. It's pretty awesome. These homes over here on the right are beautiful. I love the style of those. And those are actually on the waterfront as well. There's a little canal that's coming in here. So if you have a boat and you want to have a cool house close to the Gulf with a boat dock in the back, that could be a really cool spot for you. You've got some condos here on the right. This is the Boardwalk. Just these smaller condos that have been here for a bit. They're doing updates on them, so they are looking nicer, but they were starting to look a little aged and dated. They're starting to really turn it around there, so it's looking nicer. They're always doing renovations out here, so you're gonna see contractors. They're out here updating things. The Baywatch is really popular. They have good access to the sound, its own little beach on that side. And they're updating those as well. So they're starting to look a little bit nicer. So you got Tristan Towers over here on the right. It's pretty popular. And then up here again, another one of these turn-ins, like I was telling you, is where you could just turn in here and walk over. This is actually where Dog Beach is. So if you are into, if you have a dog, Pensacola Beach doesn't love having dogs around, especially on the beach. They don't want to have dog poo in the sand. You know, you want that sand to feel good in your feet, but you don't want it to be warm and gross. So they have a dog beach that's designed for bringing your dog to this one. If you go anywhere else, you may get a fine for bringing your dog. They have this one, and then they have one on the east side. So on the third video, you'll actually see where that's located at as well. Up here, San de Luna. Again, these are condos. They're super cute, pretty small. You can maximize your rentals. If you want a rental, probably $55,000 to $65,000 gross rental. Price point of those can be anywhere from $500 to $1 million, depending on condition and quality. Palm Beach Club, probably my favorite complex. Their pool is legit. They've got amazing views for a sunset. So as you look out here to the west, which is where my car camera is pointed right now, there's no more buildings out this way. So you could just kind of see out this direction. So we're down here at the end. Sometimes people, the locals call it Chicken Bone Beach. I'm not sure why, it's kind of a weird name, but this is a nice little park, play park area that you can bring kids. It's right down here at the end, so you don't have any buildings out to the left. So if you want to enjoy a sunset, this would be a really cool place for that. And then I'm going to show you this park over here at the end. And you know, this will probably wrap up this video for us. And then we'll go to the next video as we keep exploring down Fort Pickens. So this park up here is called Park West. So one of the most popular parks, so it will get busy from time to time. And you've got the public restrooms. That's one of the biggest hits. Is if you have kids, it really is nice to have a close access to a restroom. They've got these pavilions that have the grills in them. They've got trash cans, which is handy. They even have hose off stations. So if you want to hose off after being at the beach, you can do that here at this park. So right now you could tell park's dead, nobody's here. It is morning and it's cold, but typically this is one of the fastest parks to fill up right here at the end. But amazing, this, when we paid for a shark excursion down here, we came out here one night until 2 in the morning fishing for sharks. That was really fun. We hooked part of a stingray to a massive hook, and the guy that we had hired flew out, I'd say 400 yards out into the Gulf and dropped this bait. Unfortunately, that night we didn't catch anything. We hooked up on something massive, but when it got close to shore, it ripped away, but you could see the huge teeth marks out of the stingray, so it was massive. We hooked up on something big, and so that's pretty fun. Not if you're swimming in the water to see somebody hook up on a shark, but man, to catch one of those, what a rush. So this is the end of the video here. Hopefully this is helpful as you're kind of evaluating, maybe finding your sweet spot here on Pensacola Beach. This has so many cool areas about here. Thank you for driving on this tour with me. Make sure you like and subscribe again, because we are going to be touring Fort Pickens, and then next we're going to go down to the east side of Pensacola so you can see what that's like as well. But thanks for joining me today. If you're looking to relocate down here, my wife and I specialize in helping people make the move out here to Pensacola Beach like we did 3.5 years ago. So if that's you, reach out. My info's in the description box below. Give me a call, shoot me a text, email me, whatever you prefer, and I look forward to talking to you soon. I'd love to book a Zoom call with you. Usually that's the next step in the process. So we jump on a call, that way I can get to know you a little bit. You can ask all the questions. I'd love to give you any answers that I have here, but I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a good one.